2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America 40th anniversary. Starting up our celebration here in South Bend, Indiana. Coverage brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. Here in College, myself and Austin Verizon giving us coverage today. So that through Verizon and HPDRE. You find us today after some of the Instagram lives and other assorted social media here at the Tire Rack headquarters in South Bend, Indiana. We've done our all remaining cars photo, and now the cars are taken to the track after dropping out and to certify and dry skip pad and certified and block still certified. And that's it. Capstone edition, as we affectionately call it. So now we have the slower cars now, shall we say, or those that finished from the bottom of the field, taking out to the dry skip pad to do very much the same as they did.
Well, I wouldn't call them slow because the brothers Griswold and their Mustang Cobra, when you guys were getting set up, ran .912, and then the M6 ran .910. So it's not bad, but it's in the dry, so the numbers are going to be a lot higher.
So that, well, I would hope so.
Hopefully we're going to see some, quite a few numbers, quite a few numbers well over 1G.
And it's going to really be dependent on the state of the tires too, how much we can use tires or not. In fact, I had that video that we put together with Woody yesterday. It's Mara Roberts that seems to got herself back in the right direction. Where we talked about and reminded the competitors that we have a couple of rules when it pertains to tires. We've got to finish with a tread depth of 2:30 seconds. And you have to make sure you are not showing any signs of quality. We spoke about obviously Scott Ford being the first victim of the round field rule. So he's running that solution. But still, actually winds up taking a pretty good finish over 8.
Still a top 10.
Because he was performing well for this time. That's a .6.3. Roberts. As the Don Hughes.
No.
The Don Hughes? No, it's not.
No. That's,
Oh, there's the blue.
that's Jim. That's in the X1, or, yeah, X1.
Yep.
Multiple time all remaining cars winner.
Pretty screwed there, actually.
First lap at 898.
Whatsoever. Yeah,
He does.
a 947 for a CPU, right? Turn around. Not bad. Not bad at all for a CB.
Yeah, Bobby Ted, excellent adventures.
Doing an excellent job with a 940. honest, I still think I try reflecting on this past week. Wow, 990. It is truly a blow.
Indeed it is. 982 on the second line.
It's pretty darn good.
Yes, it is.
We have been quite fantastic. We have experienced many, many, many things. We have had many, many good workouts with and somehow in my creative state investment, I managed to pull off, at least what I remember, and what others have told me was a pretty good text when we first bought it. I think somebody has no idea. I'd like to know what it was. Because apparently it was witty and touching, but I don't remember the reviews. Well, I would like to see if I can find the rest of
I believe I had probably already tapped out and went to bed.
it. So had I,
Because I remember a text from Adam
Yes.
that one of our sponsors had a chat with.
yes, and I was already in my room, I was speaking to my wife, and I said, you know, we gotta go to work again. So when she was back on, before she came, we stopped and heading on down.
I saw the text and I'm like, yeah, you got it.
Back to the school money.
You're welcome. I'm always there for you. But if you would have said, I need you down here as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
I would have come down in my sleep-time shorts and t-shirt and flip-flops and
This is true. And this is what around what, 12:30, I think I got that text.
yes.
So we wound up closing the bar at 2:30. So it was a long evening. Because the evening prior, I also put the hot tilts and come back. And so that is one night. You know, you got the chance to live it up, to spend time with your friends, to have lots of fun and laughs. And sleep is for the week in this case. So power through it. These are memories that you're going to have. You're not going to remember while you're sleeping, but you will remember the good times you had with other people that you lost sleep with. So that's
There are also neighbors and people that have bad influences.
this is true. They're some of our best friends.
You got that right. No, they're not friends.
That's
They're
the family, that's right.
So how are you feeling this week?
I'll let you know when I can start feeling everything again. But I'm still kind of dazed and going in circles with Brock on the skip pad.
Yeah. Thanks for taking that one.
Yes. I have not seen that man with such a look of glee on his face in such a long time. Especially when he pitched it at the end of the first direction.
For some, I thought he was going to go Joey Chitwood.
You know, as they say, not my car, not my problem. So that was. I mean, if you go back to the Instagram live, which is now I think when there's a real our try to skip that this morning from Brock, making sure certifying the track timing and scoring equipment works. I mean, there's just this of unbridled glee and the biggest smile on this man's face, and the chortles and chuckles from him. It was amazing. Irish raps and whatever. We can do it, of course, like that like this. Or circle. It's local.
Okay.
It's going.
Question today. Do we have a look?
That's a good question. I don't know. Well, only time will go. Spectators start lining the sides here at Tyrants. Sunny but windy and chilly. But we were long, actually. That's the thing. It's really nice run.
We did,
That's been a really nice back for us.
as always.
take the checker flag. They 962, so a lot of cars in that just under 1 year. Let's see what the goals are. Well, he's already got a cone. He's not two cones. That's 10 seconds. 3 cones up. It's still standing, but he is keeping 3 cones. There we go. It's a cone massacre. They are all over humanity. Oh, God. There's just orange everywhere. Terrible. There we go, the other direction. He is Tacone's Ryan to our avian friends. Destroyer of feathers. Breaker of beaks. Assassin of avians.
Oh, there went another cone. Flip that one with the rear tire.
I think he's driving it in the grass. So this way he's waiting the outside wheel.
That was a 916.
No, that's all bad.
It's like a 922.
There you go, little wiggle. And now we
Yeah,
have to take a break to reset all the cones.
That one, I don't think there's going to be any resetting for because I think
That one is
he ground through that one.
Yeah, that's that cone has seen better days. This is like the worst autocross break yet. I have not seen it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody take all of them out around the track. I think he was trying to just knock them all out. So, I mean, I figure there's what, roughly 20 cones around there, 5 seconds each. So, why would he make it that? He's like, he's now gained himself quite a few seconds. What I want them to do is we have right away.
Everybody loves the screen. Post in the chat.
Yes, sound. My progress is sound. Do you not got sound?
You can hear us. Someone watching, please specify the live chat.
Crappy sound. I wonder if this is loud. Let's see if we've remedied our sound problems now. Let's try this. Okay, we actually have. That's why nobody was chatting with us, because our lives were having a little bit of a technical difficulty. Mike, thank you for texting me, and my fault for not checking it sooner. We usually have our phones away and on vibrate there, but there we go. So welcome back. You didn't miss much over the past few minutes. It's just been Brian and I telling really horrible jokes. And, yep, our IT guru and longtime one-lapper giving us a heads up, making sure that we look good and sound good. Hopefully,
But I guess he wanted us to sound bad for a long time, and then
No,
say,
he did it. He texted me 6 minutes ago, 7 minutes
Oh.
ago. I just didn't pay attention, so that's not on anybody but me on that one.
Well, good morning to everybody watching on the YouTubes.
Welcome back. We've been here for a while.
So I guess we need to do the intro again since they didn't hear it earlier.
We can. We are back here in South Bend, Indiana for the final stage of the 40th anniversary celebration of the Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine. Coverage today, this week, and the rest of today brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group, with special thank you to Eric Call and Verizon, with the fine folks at HPDRE for giving us that awesome Verizon MiFi with 5G.
And if Daryl Norman is watching, please bring us a biscuit.
Biscuit.
I could use some Chick-fil-A right about now.
Let's see here. All right, so what you had missed the commentary on before is we had that Corolla out there that decided to murder all the cones. Today, you might notice something a little bit different. For those who are uninitiated, we are running this in reverse order. So the vehicles that finished lower down in the standings start first in this. The idea being that we culminate this morning with the skid pad with the higher standing vehicles and ones that might produce sort of a bigger result, so hopefully not being anticlimactic. And then afterwards, of course, we bring you the bonus coverage of the skid pad smokeout. So we're tires and competitors, and the tires belonging to the competitors that are on the vehicles, or at least hopefully still on the vehicles, get to shed themselves in a blaze of glory, white smoke, and an acrid smell.
Yes. And Claire Bear checking in.
Hey,
and
about time.
Now begins the empty work week with no OLOA coverage.
Well, the nice thing about us being on YouTube is you can relive not just this week, but weeks prior too. People say don't live in the past, but the past can be so good sometimes, especially when you're having that much fun. So I wholly encourage, especially if you're a YouTube Premium subscriber, you can go ahead and download them or listen to them with your phone off with an earbud in your ear, and you can just imagine being there. Hear the cars running around, hear the irreverence, the bad jokes, and know that we will be back.
Commentary.
Yep. We forever live in the Broadcasting Hall of Shame. There's one of our sponsors getting ready to go down, the gentleman who I spoke with at length last night from Safe Haven Defense.
As we've got the low boost entertainment Audi sans rear bumper.
This
still.
is true. It's they like going al fresco.
And I noticed there was a lot of duct tape and whatnot on the front end of that car.
I wonder why.
Maybe they hit a bunch of birds this week too.
Could be, not tons are tough. Yep. May have heard us talking about it earlier, or not, because apparently we were talking into the, the void.
shallow round.
Yes. But I've officially taken the ace title with 5 birds.
5 birds, 1 tundra.
Yep. And 2 birds with 1 tundra at one time as well, so it's, like we said, the avian assassin, the breaker of beaks, the filleter of feathers. That is what they call me.
I thought they called you the breeze.
Little southern rock reference there. Leonard Skinner.
No, that was a baked beans reference.
No, that would be the please open the window. That's why they call me the please. Open up that there window.
.818 for the Shelby. A little low.
Yep, Little John, that is a little low. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Rubble.
I'm going to hydrate a bit. Ah, tasty.
876 on lap 1.
A little better.
So in the harder direction, he's scoring higher.
You know, some people do. Most don't, but some do. Maybe part of that group there.
He improves up to a 879. And he decided that he wants to take one more lap. What the Fred?
Huh. He was looking for the off ramp.
Will he find it this time? In 200 feet.
Turn left.
In 200 feet. Turn left.
Punch it if you want to get out onto the highway without paying the toll.
And it's like we've got the Kozar Cares Cayman, which was the trash receptacle for all the cans and whatnot
That
last
was-
night.
That was an
As
interesting photo.
Woody-
Woody! Driving
Woody-
by.
Woody photobombs the live stream, but you know what? He's allowed to.
Yep. This is like a moderately more exciting version of NASCAR until the end. 0.998, yeah, look at that. Woody taking some cones out, gonna decorate a little bit.
Replacement cones.
I don't know if they're replacement cones or if he's going to mark off where the exit is for some competitors who might be
This is true.
unaware. Yeah, it looks like instead of the stubby, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's just taking the cones for a walk. Sometimes they need exercise.
There we go. We're over a G.
Over 1G, 1.037 on that little Cayman.
Did you bring biscuits?
Wee-hoo.
1045.
There we go. Not bad at all, and that's the high water mark for right now.
Yes, it is. And I don't quite remember the track record, but I was thinking it was in like the 1.2 or maybe 1.3.
I think Mayfield had done a 1.3 or 1.4. I know it was fairly high. Let's see, the Super with 1.138.
Oh, and
I'm not sure what happened there.
he kind of punched it on, gave it a little goose and went a little far.
So, punting it across the line.
But I
may not be-
don't think he hit any cones.
Oh, but that was after he took the checker.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's okay. It's not a problem.
So the Team Unicorn Supra, now with the high water mark,
Yeah.
taking the green flag from Mark Hopkins.
But when you think about it, even the lower finishing cars getting near that 1G, and now these cars with the 1.112, right? I mean, that's astounding. Talk about, and that might explain, the increase in grip here. That might explain some of the issues that we were seeing with the tires, because it's not as perceptible to the drivers per se, because they're so desensitized to to the increase in grip, even though it's a little bit, but that's appreciable from what it used to be. I don't think we've seen numbers this high from cars across the board for, ever.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen 1G numbers this low down.
Exactly.
So I can't wait to see what the top 5
Yeah.
throw down here.
With all the aero and the cars being that's going to be pretty special. We have Brian Valente, and we have his co-driver behind us here. He's about to take to the track with the Valente Group, obviously one of our sponsors bringing you the coverage here this week, today, and whatnot. Brian taking off. Let's see how he does in his GT500. A newly minted lapdog at that. Very proud of him.
Brian Moore, I'll pedal.
Yep. So Mike Roberts, with the actual knowledge, calling us on our BS, saying that Mayfield did a 1.274 last year. So rapidly approaching that, aren't we?
It's nice that we have our in-house statistician
It is
feeding
nice.
us data.
I like this. He's been helping us all week. So thank you, Mike. Logan giving Brian the get along, partner. Round and around and around he goes. How much G's? No one knows. Thank you, Mike. 0.913, definitely doing better there. Well done. Mike says he's just trying to make us sound credible.
You got a long way to go.
I find it incredible that he's even trying to do that, but we appreciate it very, very
I
much.
figured he'd let us fall on our swords.
It's funny, but I think he loves the event more than
here we go.
he wants to see us fall. That's fine. Here we go.
What the Fred?
What is that? What the Fred, or is that?
Yeah, that is.
That
looks
is Fred.
like Fred.
Oh, what the Fred? Mike says he's a sucker for lost causes. Touche.
We are the epitome of lost causes.
Fred with a 906. And followed by a
There's the checkered flag, Fred.
908. So fairly consistent. Let's see if he decides to take a couple more laps, just because. He's turning around.
Now go the opposite way.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, okay.
He's done it. All right.
Well, he's not done yet.
This is true. All right. He's taking the green.
Yeah, Fred's gonna go home and watch all these videos, and he's gonna come to us at the next HOD event and slaughter us.
That's okay. 905. We do it out of love. Mostly. 905. And I would like to see Bridget behind the wheel, though, Fred. 971 does a better job there to take the checkered, and that'll. There you go. There we go. That's right. You got it. You got it. Continue. Continue. You can do it. You can do it. You just said a 975. You've got more grip than that. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Fred finally now finishing his 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America, assuming he doesn't drive onto the highway right now.
In 100 feet.
Turn left.
All right, now we have the cannonball and chain.
Mm-hmm. That
Scott
is
Lee Donahue.
the Donahue. That is the Donahue you seek. Wow. Hello, Rob.
Did you bring biscuits?
I got good news and bad news. Good news is I have one chicken biscuit left.
That is Brian. I will gladly.
What's the
give
bad
you that.
news?
I have one chicken biscuit. I eat the other one.
Rob Bowen joining us with his. We've got the whole Parts Farm team in here. We've got Rob and Daryl. Scott Donahue doing an 844. So maybe that's the lady. It might be. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Get it back in line. That's all you, brother.
Nope, you go right ahead.
I appreciate that. I'll let you chow down first. This way I can talk while you eat, and then we'll switch. One of the Donahue coming around. Okay, a 922 now. So they seem to be doing better in the clockwise direction too. Taking the checkered flag, running out of room, but safely finishing, and that's going to complete their adventure this year on the 40th anniversary of the One Lap of America. Next up, we have a delay. There we go. We've got that vintage Porsche coming out. Starting their counterclockwise rotations. Taking the green flag. Their first lap, netting a 1.054. It might be old, but it's got some tricks up its sleeve. Second with a 1.039, so not quite as good. Let's see how they do on the turnaround if they go to the Brock School of Skid Pad. Here we go. Coming around with a not quite as good 959. Although if he had a 959, it might be going faster.
Yeah, this is true.
And a 944, so definitely not
Not as nice of a Porsche as a 959, but still.
well done, but clearly goes to the Brock School. He's a flunky on that one.
Rob Bowen enjoying my little P-car joke, giving me a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. Where did you put the thumb up?
Yes.
I heard your octaves go up a little bit.
That's why I said yes.
There we go. We got that BB. Is that the BBC Corvette?
Can I get security to broadcast room so I can remove? There's a gnat buzzing about my head. I think it's going to be the same gnat that's going to be kicking your chair on the airplane all the way back to Philly.
They are breeding this time of year.
Oh, I could be breathing.
Barry bred once and look what happened. Now I'm here. Barry was bred. Barry was bred.
Oh boy, I wonder, bread.
Times like these where I wish we could lock these doors.
It is pleasant though. Tyrac letting us use the old broadcast booth here, so we can channel our own our old Will. All right. The number 55 Corvette finishing off his adventure. Really windy out there today.
Yes, it is.
No tumbleweeds.
They'll be here at about 9:30. Finish their migration from Colorado.
Oh, I don't know. It's up to them. Ask them. You know what you should do? Ask them if they'll let Randy Pobes do it.
Where are they? There's just a lot of people with beards. It's really hard to differentiate there.
Well, Adam is probably with his dad, so look for the older gentleman with the Indy 500 hat. Sans beard. No beard, I believe.
Yep. Here, why don't we try this?
Yeah. He just needs enough tires to get back to Kentucky. I think our sponsors must think this is the sponsor suite
Mm-hmm.
because they keep coming in.
That's okay.
Just want to be close to you.
They bring food.
Brian Valente. Did you bring food, Valente?
No, sorry, man.
Oh.
10 bucks now.
I didn't know there was a cover.
So Brian, you have now officially finished your first full one lap.
Yeah.
You are now a full-on lap dog. You've graduated from a lap pup. You had your Howard shot last night, and you finished the dry skid pad today. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. This is everything I hoped it'd be. This experience, like the drives, the being around the people and everything like that, the events. I mean, this was amazing. So glad I did it.
Now, does it feel like you've been away for a little over a week doing this, or does it seem like one really long day that you can't really make a distinction between?
Yeah, all of the above. Feels like this week's been like a year long. No, this was awesome. I'm definitely coming back next year.
So, what do you think was the hardest or the most challenging part of the event this week? Day, time, just instance?
Yeah, for me, probably the rain. The tires that I have aren't very good in the rain. So just learning to get comfortable on on a new set of tires at tracks that I've never been on before was a little bit of a learning curve, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And then the transits, driving from one track to the other in the rain sometimes was a little interesting to say the least.
Speaking of the tracks, which track this week was your favorite?
There you go.
My favorite? Oh man. Yesterday Putnam was awesome. I really liked Hedge Hollow too. Hedge Hollow was awesome. Yeah, that had a lot of fun, like elevation changes, things like that. But you could still, had the straightaways that you can, have fun with too. So I had a great time.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, and thanks for your support of the event this year. And Brian, why don't you give your mic to Rob for a second, because we've got one of our other sponsors here. Yep, we're putting Rob on the spot. I heard the oh my goodness. So always excited to promote his brand. Rob, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. So you're going to go out. You got some time because you're at the pointier end of the field this year.
We are.
So-
We are at 28.
Where are you standing right now?
We're currently P10 by just a couple of points.
So same kind of questions for you. I mean, this is now, you're completing your third one lap. Fourth, okay.
Well, I wouldn't say 4 1 laps, 3 complete.
Okay, there we go.
One partially complete last year.
You've started 4-1 laps.
Correct.
There you go. So again, wonderful coming in to sponsor the trophies this year. Thank you through the Parts Farm. And so what has been your sort of highs and lows of this week?
Highs and lows. I would say the highs would be some of the company that we kept this week.
Some of them are very high.
Would be some of the company.
There you go.
I wouldn't talk about your co-driver like that.
Well, let me get to that. Give me just a second. I'm currently interviewing for co-driver for next year. This one just is not cut.
Didn't cut the mustard.
No,
Biscuits were late frequently.
everything late,
just-
almost late today, late. I felt like I'm the chauffeur. And we have a celebrity co-driver. It's tough. He's got a lot of social media to keep up with. He's got a lot going on. Too much.
So folks, just remember, if you want to apply to be Rob's co-driver, you also must know how to operate John Deere implements and tractors, because he will get you down to Georgia to pick peanuts and pick cotton.
This
So,
is true. This is very necessary.
so it is a very niche position.
So send all resumes to Rob at thepartsfarm.com, 365-day head start on this. You know, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of time and manpower to go through these.
It's
many,
true.
many applications.
Very nice. So, co-driver's back here, not getting as much love. So why don't we start off with Daryl? So we got the co-driver. So Daryl, now that you know that you're getting replaced.
I was going to say, I appreciate those compliments, but I will give a disclaimer to any of the future applicants.
This can only go well. So let's go.
If you would like to transit about 4,000 miles with the owner of the parts farm, you must know, first and foremost, there is no music allowed. Second, silence.
Beautiful silence.
Beautiful silence is what we appreciate here in that Silver 911. Allegedly. Second to that, you are not allowed to hit any more than 99 miles an hour anywhere. And if he wakes up and you're doing 130, be sure that you're going to have a Porsche crest stamped into your forehead from him smashing my head against the steering wheel.
So that's where that came from.
That is where that stamp came from.
There you go.
It's a little difficult, you know. This is, as he said, our 4th year trying to do this together.
Yes.
And every year he says, what do we need? And I give him a list. And I say, here's all the things we need. And the most important piece is organization, right? And Rob thinks, he gave me this analogy yesterday. He said, silt packs better than rocks. So if you leave everything loose, you can just put it into all the nooks and crannies. And I said, wow, this is a great analogy for farming, Rob. If we just had one more duffel bag, we would not have 78 other loose items that you're always looking for and waste 20 minutes at the front and back side of every track. But you know, that's what comes with the territory of being a co-driver, right?
A lot of verbal abuse.
Clearly.
High level of verbal abuse.
Yeah. If you need to be built up
Yes.
emotionally,
This is not the place for you.
no, this is actually the place because you have no worse space than being with Rob Owen. Because he'll either end you or build you up.
There you go. Fair enough. Well, that sounds really appealing. I'm sure the emails will come in by the drove
I
full.
can hear the applicants just
This-
singing
right.
his email right now.
Yep. There you go. We've got Howard out there running around the track. Howard
06 would be good.
1.082. There we go. Whoop. All right, and Logan, we got the other co-driver here, obviously riding with Brian in the Valente Group GT500. So what about you? Are you guys still copacetic, or are you going to be sort of by the wayside next year?
No, I had a fantastic time. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good. The only time I ever had to just shut it down was in the rain, where he's talking about it being a little hairy. I went to sleep because I didn't know how we were going to end up. I just decided I'd rather not know if it happens. So I went to sleep and I woke up when it was better and I went, well, we made it.
There we go.
That was terrifying. But no, we had a great time. Dodging potholes every once in a while was a little iffy, and the C8 figured that one out. But yeah, it was fun. I couldn't ask for more. It's definitely something that I want to do again, and we'll see.
So seeing as how you were able to focus on the event rather than the turmoils of your co-drivers, what was the high and the low point for you this week?
Autocross was the high.
There you go.
I enjoyed that a lot. Low, there were so many nights when I was running on empty. I was just like, can we just get to the hotel already? Can we get there? I want to go to sleep.
Sleep.
Well, it's not hard
Yep.
when you guys are leaving an hour and a half before us, and
Yeah.
we're dealing with the rain. So
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a rookie. You generally wind up toward the back of the field and leaving then. So
we had a great time.
Yeah, we paid our dues.
there you go.
It's an experience, definitely. It's a good experience. So.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us this year. Thank you,
I'm not gonna
Logan.
sign up to be a co-pilot for Rob.
And You know, Daryl being in here reminds me we still have a few auction items and a little bit of time left for people outside of the event to bid on that cool Toyota Tundra tailgate, as well as many other items. You can go to the link in the community side of YouTube here and click on that. So this way you can go ahead and bid and see if you can drive up the bids at least. So this way Daryl has to pay a little bit more if he wants that tailgate. And I'm not sure how you're going to bring that back because.
I'm gonna put it in the van.
Okay. Well, they have to clear it still and send it to you, so that's fine. You can go on there and bid away. As soon as this dry skid pad is over, we're going to stop accepting bids on those items. So hurry up and get to it. All those proceeds going to go to the Brock Gates Memorial Fund, which then flows through to the Alzheimer's Association to help fund research to find a cure for Alzheimer's.
And that is 100%.
All of it.
those funds.
All of it, every penny. Every penny of the $1,500 that we're up to now for that tailgate.
Which I expect that tailgate to be at least $4,000 or $5,000.
I think so.
And I heard from some people last night that are getting ready to make bids what their wives said their limit was, and it's a respectable number.
Good.
So we're gonna wait and see if we have a last minute bidding war on that tailgate.
Yep.
Please don't bid on the whiskey. I want to take that home with me.
Oh, yay. Now,
So as Team Hall Pass is out on the skid pad,
generating, you got a 103 and then a 940.
if you heard that loud rumble,
Everybody heard that loud rumble.
that was the two guys, one Camaro entry
Yep.
of Nick Haynes and Scott Mattis.
Yep.
He came up with that one.
Yep.
Sounds like two banks, one local.
It's,
Rob Bowen making a joke. Pretty good one too.
yeah. So that's what you have to look forward to if you're his co-driver. There might be silence, but there could be funny.
And I think you have to learn how to use a instant coffee machine that makes very fancy espressos for Mr. Bowen, and you are not allowed to partake of any of those.
Nope.
And I think I see the Valente Group GT500 rolling off. Both drivers are here. I think somebody may be stealing that vehicle.
I get the
Or
fe-
Brian just had new shoes put all over.
I think so. He should have waited probably about 45 minutes or so. What's that? Oh, those tires?
Yeah.
Or you could just ship the wheels home. Or you could just burn them all off
So
and drift around the skid pad.
1.038
That's what we do afterwards.
for the
We open it
Camaro.
up for drifting.
Yeah, I figured I'd just ship them all.
He says, yeah, no, not going to happen. Of course, those that one Camaro having an interesting solution to try and get by sound at NCM.
Yes.
Turned out. What?
Turned.
Rob Bowen with the quips this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't work.
No,
Oh, it didn't work.
no, I think it. I believe they made it. They made it through the first session. Of course, the afternoon session.
Got canceled anyhow.
Yeah.
Any Hughes? Yeah, so last night we had a great time at the, what's this place called again? The Gnome or something?
The Lucky Gnome.
The Lucky Gnome, which is now what the bar at the Clover is called. And I highly recommend the little gnome, but I do not recommend the Clover.
And how was your shower this morning?
Cold. It's like getting showered with icicles. It was terrible. They had a week to make this work, and we asked when we got in there, has the hot water been fixed? And no, I mean, yes, they say, and then it clearly wasn't for our entire wing. So we're going to have ourselves a conversation before next year. And now that the bar is no longer affiliated with the hotel, or I don't know if I call it a hotel, the place that we stayed last night, I don't really see an incentive there.
And I may be changing hotels tonight.
That might be a wise move because they ran out of the hot waters, or they gave it all to Cody Russo, who apparently had a scalding hot shower that he couldn't turn down
For what?
for his shower. I
You
just said
turn
that.
down. I said for what?
For his shower that he just took this morning. I don't understand the comprehension, Brian. This isn't that complicated.
Do we know what position these guys are in currently? Or where are we working through the list?
Where are we working through this?
You
So,
can pull up. You can go to onelapofamerica.com and pull up the standings.
yeah, we're getting close
So
because
currently
we've got,
on-
I see Mark back there, Matthijs. So he was it, and then JD. So your group is probably
You
coming up in
probably
about.
need to hustle to your car and get ready.
No, I don't know about hustle. He can mosey. He'll be fine.
Scroll on over.
He could
And
stroll.
get your co-driver to check
Whoop, whoop,
pressures.
whoop. We've got a live one, Darren. We've got an up to $2,000 now for that lift gate.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and update that.
Yes, Claire. The awards banquet will be live streamed,
We're going to try our darndest.
and then Claire texts me and she goes, "Turn down for what?"
I didn't realize Little John had so many fans.
Little John, I thought that was Gordon Lightfoot.
Who dat?
You don't know who Gordon Lightfoot is?
Is he Harry Heavyfoot's cousin?
So I will be taking applications for my co-driver starting next year.
Much like trains, planes, and automobiles, we now have a battle for this tailgate hotting up. We're at 21-21. I think that tire rack banner may be floating away too. It seems to be trying to depart its footings there. I keep seeing quite a lot of daylight under it.
Let my rubber go.
We're up to 21-21 on that lift gate. Cool 1 of 1. And I think I don't know if the comma's in the right spot on that because it was 21,100.
We'll take it.
There we go. Well done, whoever just bid on that.
Do they think they get the whole truck?
I don't know. If we get to 86, maybe.
We'll see. We got some explaining to do.
There we go.
1.107
On the RF.
on the RF with Michael at the helm.
All right. We've updated with the most current bids now. So, yeah, remember, we're running out of time for those online bids. They're going to close when the when the skid pad is complete after we finish our smoke out, because that will close the event out, and then we'll start going through stuff at the driver's banquet.
It's 2 hours away, so I would shift them.
1.097 for Michael's second lap in the clockwise rotation.
Not bad at all. Yep. His Briggs been making an interesting noise all week with that rotor.
Indeed it has.
Cody Russo,
Doug Willie.
how are you doing? We've got all the sponsors coming in here today. Cody and Mark, obviously, with Hooked on Driving Northeast. Why don't you give Cody a mic for a moment?
I am actually working.
Hurry up, Brian. Hurry up. Hurry up, Brian.
Hola.
Good morning, Cody. We were just talking about you on the live stream, Mr. Hot Shower.
Good morning. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
They had to turn it on cold.
did you?
Cool it down. It was
Did you?
Honestly, mine was
oil.
whatever I wanted it to be.
That's amazing. You'll have to let me know how that really works sometime.
Hundreds had really hot water.
Yeah, once you get to the 4s and 3s, we're just, we may as well have been in the Barents Sea.
Yep.
That
I had
was.
a 100 series rim last week, and my shower was.
Was it?
Didn't change temperature. Beautiful thing. AC worked, a toilet flush, and a hot shower.
Well, I guess you should play the lottery today.
To win.
Yes, you should. So again, Cody Russo here. Mark Matthijs is co-driver. Mark Matthijs with a name so cool, you got to say it twice.
He's coming up too.
He is coming up. He's a few away.
So Cody, favorite track of the week?
Favorite track of the week. That's right.
Hedge Hollow.
Okay. You hustled around there pretty good. You had a good time. So what were your high and the low of the week?
High of the week is the place was really good that we didn't think that we had a chance, but we did. So that was the high of the week. The low of the week.
Running out of snacks.
Being told you couldn't push hard yesterday?
Yeah. That probably is the low of the week.
See? I know it. We've been chatting.
Yeah, so I got the old.
You were dejected yesterday a little bit.
Got the collar put on
There
and
you
had
go.
to turn down, so that was
What?
turned down.
For the track yesterday. Right.
I wasn't allowed to go. Speed.
Well, the running joke is now anytime somebody says turn down, somebody else says, for what?
For the track yesterday, Brian.
Oh.
Although it is a decent song.
I don't know what you're talking about. So Adam Spence coming across now to take, wow, 1.038 for him. That's pretty grippy. There we go. 1.48.
048.
Yeah, there's an O in there. What of it? Well done, finishing off his. Now, if you've ever wondered what an Italian station wagon will do, you're about to find out. It's that Ferrari Lusso. Let's see if it stays tighto.
This is a perfect car. Your wife says you need to buy a station wagon, and you come back with a Ferrari station wagon.
Yep.
That is such a bang for buck car right now.
Still $250,000, right?
You get-
2.
200.
You can get one with miles on it, like low hundreds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And our car was the same.
946. I think. Yeah, okay. We're doing our. And if you want one with just a little bit of hail damage, I think it'll be for sale pretty soon. Yeah.
Maybe you said after this.
Yep.
Being sold.
Starting his clockwise rotations. Car leaning. Looking good while doing so.
Steve goes, wee!
Going wee, doing better that time with a .978. Pushing now. There, he found where that limit is for those tires. They're talking with him, letting him know, no. And now it's a .917, so that understeer hurting his overall there, but finishing his 40th anniversary celebration of the one lap. Steve, a longtime competitor, previous winner of the event, what, twice, I believe? 2 times. Not.
Even the ZR1?
Yep. With a driver mod named Tomo. We have a couple of bikes going out on track.
But we have the Fields.
We do have the Fields. We're AutoWorks Cardinal Coupe, right?
Wow, 1.102.
Wow, okay.
For lap 1.
Rob Fields looking on. Got to be pretty proud. With a 1.182. So a bit better. And we're going to do the turnaround and see how they do clockwise. Okay. Coming around to start his first full rotation. Across the line, it is a 1.130. And for his second and final clockwise up, getting a little bit of understeer there that tends to hurt people. He gets a 1.118. So, yep. Not bad. Taking the grassy line on the way out. He's trying to hide there in his British Racing Green.
I think that is top of the day so far for both directions.
Okay. Well, let's see if the bikes help the stability of that Porsche.
Should give him a little bit more rear grip there.
I don't know about that. Unless he's running training wheels. There's Mark Matthijs. Cody, your co-driver, coming around while this Porsche pulls a 986 on the first counterclockwise.
This one definitely looks a little bit slower.
Yep. Using the brakes more, trying to keep that understeer in check with a .709, appreciably slower. So that did not go as planned, I'm sure. He's going to do the turnaround.
You should have adjusted the air pressure in the both tires.
Little drifty drift, kicking it out, and away he goes for the start of his last 2 laps for this year's event. His first complete clockwise, we have a 1.003, certainly better.
Claire checking in again when we were talking about Mark pulling the reins in on Cody, said Cody got the shock collar.
There you go, and a 1.006. Well done, well done. And Mark Matthijs about to do it to it. I'm going to finish off a very strong showing by Team Hooked on Driving Northeast here. Currently first in class.
And first in your hearts.
Yep, there you go. His first counterclockwise nets him a 1.042. That is a great start. Followed by a... Oh, wait. 1.059. Improves a bit. He's going to do the turnaround. And off he goes. His last 2 laps for this event. Bittersweet. We wish we could have another week. But I also would love a hot shower and my own bed. So here we go. First clockwise rotation will net him a 973. So not quite as good as the counterclockwise. Him clearly not going to the Brock Yates School of Skid Pad. And then the second, a 944. So a very decent and respectable run. Cody looking on, saying I could have done better.
Never. We're a team.
Yes.
We are a team.
Yes. Air quotes won't help that, Cody.
Air quotes won't help.
We are a team. All right, out there now we have one of those P cars giving a little bit of a wiggle. That big, oh no, it's not a P car. It looked like it for a moment. I'm delirious. It is an FRS or GT86 or
BRZ.
BRZ.
Or a Supra.
No, it's
Super
not
light.
that. And coming around doing a 911 and then 972. And turning it around. Turn around.
Wow. 1.065.
Not too bad.
First clockwise lap.
Good.
1.059 for lap number 2.
That'll do. I really want to know who has the video of the toast from last night because I'm struggling to remember it.
Will they mount Rob's old tires to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go and talk to them afterwards. Or talk to them now and make sure it's all good.
One of the Wheeling boys waking everybody up with his quick burnout, going to the staging lane.
Yep. 1.052. Not too shabby. Oh. Well, looks like they're letting Scotty run in his finishing order, which is great. The first couple were over 1, and then the last two were in the 9s.
We got 973 and a 944.
Go Whalen hitting a 1.135 in that Grand Sport. Is that Grand Sport?
Z06.
Z06. There we go. And then a 1.104. We have another bid here for some chocolates. We've got $50 on the chocolates.
And then I'll just bid $51 on chocolates. Yeah.
Or 51.51.
Gotta wait to see what
We do have another bid for chocolates from somebody who's now bid $51.51. Fortunately, we have
52.
50. Let's see here. So if you go on either Instagram or if you go to the the One Lap of America page itself on Facebook or on YouTube, you can find them on Facebook as a pinned post at the top for the One Lap page, on Instagram under the links section of the About Us area, and on YouTube if you go to the social area, so the community side on there, you can find them there. 51. 51. All right, just been updated. Get your bids in now because it is rapidly closing. We have cars circulating on track. We've got that Penguin Racing, I believe it is.
Penguin Garage Supra with Ben and Lisa.
1.055 finishing off their event this year. And now we've got one of those P cars that found the guardrail for the Armco and the tires at pit. Scotty getting aggressive with that. Curious as to how that's going to do because it's got some new rubber.
Vroom, vroom.
He may, you know, all things equal, he might be able to take a top spot here today because remember, while he is in exhibition class right now, he's in exhibition class because he had to get new rubber. So he is, in effect, starting this dry skid pad with the newest tires out of everybody.
But he will not score points for his
Correct.
finish.
But, oh, look, they've taken the banner down. Oh, it's going down. Oh, the humanity. I think it was starting to blow over anyhow, so Buzzy over there taking care of it, looks like.
Sounds like these, I wish I had a 30s radio voice. Oh, the Hindenburg coming in there. Oh, Majestic.
As J.D. Kroll comes around in his Volkswagen Beetle.
Bad Santa.
Finishing off with a 1.104. Bye-bye. Adios. Farewell. They got that banner down just in the nick of time, I think. Because I see it blowing the social media team all the way down the track right now. All right, here we go. Scotty Course over those Kentucky Rowdy boys. Let's see what Scotty's got. His first counterclockwise, a 1.081. Not quite as good as even the last Porsche here. Come on, Scotty. You should have this, right? 1.054 going the wrong direction.
Yes, he is.
Well, he's going to turn around and try and go the right direction, so maybe he goes to the Brockgate School of Skid Pad. Let's see if he can do any better. And only a few more cars remaining before we have ourselves a good old time. Light the fires and shred the tires.
You can always buy more where we're sitting at.
That's right. Yeah, go for it.
1.082 for lap number 1 for Scotty.
Still staying consistent, but not quite where some of the other P cars were right now.
1.090.
Zero. A little bit better. I think that was Ben,
It may have been Ben.
because his head's not quite hitting the sunroof.
It's true.
So.
So now we got the Kentucky boys.
Yep.
In their ultra quiet Whisper Jet Corvette.
Loudy and rowdy. Well, that Michelin CTSV belching its way to the start line.
Stop.
Kentucky boys pulling a 1.201, an impressive number. And you know, Brian, we said it as we get to the top end of the field here, we're going to see some cool stuff. And there we go, getting real close to last year's. The second lap, not quite as good. You know, Mike Roberts had informed us that last year the top was a 1.274, pretty close, but he didn't get it done on his second rotation counterclockwise. Let's see what he does clockwise. Is he a Brock School, or is this game over for him for the top honors? Coming around with a 1.102. Not quite where he was before. And I don't know if I see this lap going any faster because he stepped out a little bit.
Goose it.
1.139, but that was a good showing, especially for a car that's been in and out of this competition all week. Not sure if he was down and out, but they kept fighting back. So well done, well driven. Now we've got that Michelin CTSV. Waggle, waggle. Now, if anybody should be good at skid pads, it's these guys. I mean, it's kind of what they do, right?
Yes, it is.
I live my life one circle at a time. Their first counterclockwise rotation, netting them a 1.067, respectable in a four-door sedan.
Get on it, Grandpa.
1.079, little improvement.
Yep.
Let's see if they do any better the other way, or if they are just consistent with this, which is what I kind of suspect will happen. I don't think, given their experience with this stuff, that there's going to be a huge differential in performance. There we go, the first clockwise rotation halfway through. Around for a 1.07 within a tenth.
1 point James Bond.
There you go. And on the second rotation, 1.019 equal to the first. So, yep. Crowd's starting to gather a little bit more, especially on the left side of us, in anticipation for some fun. I don't think we got a response back about the Toyota, about our Cappy.
I am not sure.
I see him sitting in there.
Our co-driver is taking in the warmth in Cappy right now.
Yep.
Which that's what we should have done. We should have pulled Cappy right here.
Nah, we're good here. We're fine.
Could have had the cooler and heated seats.
We're out of the wind.
Yes, we are.
For many, many years, we have been standing in the wind and the cold.
Yeah, because William Warren wouldn't share space with us.
This is true. But now they've got that fancy center there, and we're up in here. All right, we've got the Acura coming around. Acura. 1.077.
What's the matter with you? Go faster!
Nick.
Oh,
And
Nico,
finishing
go
off
much faster.
1.074. You can't get much more consistent than that. Well, you could, but
Yeah.
it'd be hard.
Not a bad,
All right.
not too bad of a run for Nick and Justin in the
It's
Acura.
true. Yeah. And now we've got the Bridgestone Potenza RE car. Oh, no, is that
That's
the
the
race?
Honda.
That's the Honda. That's right. But is that
No, that's not the race. That's just the RE71 S. I believe.
okay? So did they finish in front of the?
I
Okay.
think they're just running out of order because.
Okay. I was
they've been
going to
out of
say,
order.
yeah, the whole week here.
Yes.
But it does seem as though 1.071, so on par with the Acura. So these cars should be fairly close, I would imagine. Now, if you recall, the race had a bit of a bobble on the wet skid pad.
They did.
Let's see if they've got it this time.
You would hope.
.061, not bad. Followed by, I see Mark Matthijs coming this way. Big Mark. The 1.092 on the REs, the regulars. Now let's see what the Potenza race can do. All week it's been struggling to catch the traditional Potenza.
It is.
So let's see how they do. Oops, getting the tail end out there a little bit. It looks good, but that's for later. That's not going to be your fastest way around here now. And I just see a lot of, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be smooth yet. But
1.042.
so not the highest. It's not the 1.07s that we've been seeing from these cars. And they do seem to be giving up a little bit in the way of grip here. 1.082, okay, that's more in line with what we're expecting here, but let's see how they do the other direction. There we go. Well
So
done.
I'm gonna pass the mic over to Mr. Mark Mad Dog Matthijs from Mahogany Ridge Motors in HOD Northeast.
Yeah, we were just talking with your co-driver earlier. He was, telling us all about how there's no way he wants to come back with you next year, and like this partnership is over, and he just can't believe that you held him back yesterday. And if you're going to hold him back at life, he's just not even going to try anymore. I mean, no, he was saying some wonderful things about you mostly, and we were talking with him about sort of his highs and lows for the week being a lap pup, and you obviously have done this a few times, not quite in this capacity as much, but Mark, welcome, number one. And number two, tell us about your highs and lows. And the Potenza race is stranded for some reason. I don't know why. They're running it up. You leave. Go that way. You're done. Go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We're on the wrong side of the cones.
In 200 feet,
Turn left.
No.
No, 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 no. That way, that way, that way. Oh, they need a better GPS
Pro
unit.
drivers, you can't tell them anything.
True. They just see tarmac and they're like, there. All right, Mark, let's get back to you. So tell us your high and low for the week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I think the highs are literally just how well we ended up doing. Cody and I came in literally just to have some fun and spend time together, have the adventure, all these good things, and then next thing you know, we just started doing well. Then we found ourselves in a battle for the lead in our class and in for like the top 20 overall, which I think is really, really good for that car and for us. And then, so I'm really, really excited and really proud of what we've been able to do. I would say the lows for the week were literally the fact that we could not go all out on the last two tracks. It's always a bummer, right, to any racer when you get the call from the person calling your race or the crew chief or whoever that says, hey, we got to back off by 1 second a lap or 2 seconds a lap or whatever it is because we're running out of fuel, or we're running out of tires, we're this, we're that. So that, it's never fun, but we had to make the call because there was literally nothing to gain and everything to lose by pushing hard, ruining our tires, stuff like that, and then running the risk of just not making it. So that was I mean, as far as the low, that was a bummer.
1.148, yeah. And the plywood.
And the plywood was a real bummer when Fritzy got punched in the face with plywood. Not great, but we'll get that. Really, I don't think anyone else would notice the damage, but I certainly do. So that'll bother me, and we'll get that fixed. But no, it's. I think we're excited. I think the Michelin team got me in the skid pad, but I don't think they'll have gotten me by enough positions to change the outcome. I think we're up by 25 points coming in.
Yep. And you talk about that. So even while you had to pull back a little bit, and Michelin was still playing catch up to you guys. That just sort of speaks to the lead that you established earlier on in the week and the way you guys were working as a team, or as Cody says, a team, to make it happen, right?
We're a team.
Right. It's all recorded, Cody. We have it all. There's no point in trying to get it. He's saying the same thing. I don't understand what his thing is, right? But you guys worked well as a team to make it happen and extend that lead earlier on. So well done overall, I think.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I'm just really, really proud of Cody. His first one lap ever. Gets in a car that he's not been on track in. He's only had some street miles on it, and really, really did awesome in the car. I'm actually proud of myself for what I did in the car. I've not had a ton of track time in the car. The car's new to me as well. Not as new as Cody, obviously.
If only you know of a place where you could practice with that car on a
track.
If
only I knew a guy that happened to have a track event coming up May 25th.
There you go. And where would that be?
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Should be his number.
Where's that track event coming up on the 25th?
That is Pocono running the mega course.
That's a fun course.
Saturday.
Yeah, I believe Brian. We went around there pretty quick sometimes.
Yeah.
In fact, I think if you look at Latin Meta, you might find a GT500 on there with a familiar name.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's coming up on the 25th. And if you've ever wanted to go to Pocono, the mega course is a fun course. It's, I think, probably the best configuration out of all of them because it gives you a good variety of corners and straight line speed. But yeah, go on to hookedondriving.com. Make sure you look at Hooked on Driving Northeast for that. Check out and peruse the selection of tracks that they have available and come join.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We'd love to see y'all there, and then keep looking on down and sign up for Lime Rock as well.
Yep, and we absolutely sign up for Lime Rock. You can get loud and rowdy over there.
Yes, we
it's
are.
It's unmuffled. Yep.
Which is a rare weekend to have it unmuffled at Lime Rock. If you've never been to Lime Rock, you need to go. If you've been to Lime Rock, you know you already want to go back.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, we've had a 1.2 today, so not quite there yet, but Andy Hollis out on track right now in that CRX, trying to do what he does best. He sees cones, and he's trying to get close to him without hitting him, and now he's going to turn it around. But yeah, Mark, Cody, and HOD family, in conjunction now with Everyday Driver, we really appreciate your support, and I can't wait for you guys to hand out the awards later today at our banquet coming up. We'll be broadcasting that. So have you decided whom you are giving them to?
Yes, so we decided that early on that we wanted to give the awards to the last place finisher in each category.
Yep, makes sense. I mean, there's a logic there, right? Because the guys who are at the top are generally the guys that are at tracks every weekend, right? and the guys that need to learn how to work as a team when they're out on the track. So I think it's a wise choice.
Yeah, we, the winners always get things, right? And the winners of this event, the overall winners, the winners of each category, everyone can always use more track time, but we feel like
They'll get more of a benefit from it.
the other people will get more of a benefit out of it.
Yep,
and,
absolutely.
and be more likely to actually use it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, well, that could be used.
And speaking of benefit, we still have that auction open. It is for online bidding. It is going to come to a close. The window is rapidly shrinking. I see about a handful more cars, about 10 or so, until we are going to close the online bidding. So hop on out right now and make sure you click those links on the YouTube channel here under the community page. There's a link for it there. If you're on Instagram, you can look under our About section, and it's on the links portion there. And on Facebook, it is a pinned post at the top of the One Lap page. So go do some good. Kevin doing a little smoky warm-up there.
That car's gonna push now. Rear tires are hot.
Maybe a little.
Tire smoke is a wonderful sight.
It is.
So 1.036 for lap 1 for Kevin, and lap 2 a 1.059.
We have another bid on the whiskey. So we've got $100 on that one.
So now both bottles have a bid.
Yep. Okay, that is updated. Now let's see what else we have.
1.099 followed by 1.069.
And we have box 4 up to $50 now on the chocolates.
So do we have bids on each of the 6 boxes?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Fantastic. We're doing well. We might be able to do better. I think we can. So go ahead and continue bidding if you can, if you'd like to. Again, all the proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Association via the Brock Gates Memorial Fund.
So lap 1 for the PE Motorsports 86, 1.134.
Yeah.
That tailgate's beautiful.
It is.
1.136.
And it's signed by everybody, as well as some friends we've met on the road, from police officers to Deb from the I'm going to say the Waterford because that's what I still, but I don't want to sell you the Waterford's name, the Clover, but the bar at the Clover, because they're awesome. The Clover, not so much. It's more like a one-leaf clover. Not lucky, not good. It's wilting. It needs to do better.
Custom stamped, custom painted.
Yep.
Clear coated, so signatures won't wear off. How do you not hop on that?
I agree. Pinstripe, the whole 9 yards, just. So apparently we can't melt the tires off of the truck, or else Adam will get punched by management. Toyota with capital punishment, so. Oh, well. And by capital, I just mean with the capital P.
What if we were to parlay money together and buy a new set of tires for the Tundra after it happens?
Might be too.
Or if we had a sponsor who had a warehouse full of tires behind us.
Luke Pavlik, please come to the broadcast facility. Luke Pavlik.
All right, right, some movement going around here, setting up some cones. I believe some people may have incurred a few second penalty. That heart racing NSX and a half getting ready to take off.
That is one car that shocked me this week.
It is pretty astounding.
I mean, the sound out of that thing was
Yeah.
something else.
Absolutely. The wind picking up.
And Chad putting the right foot down.
Yeah. I believe I'm going to see these fellows in November at New Jersey Motorsport Park for AER.
So there's a possibility of a one-day employee contract with Honda.
I told him, I mean, if you need somebody who knows the track pretty well.
A 1.130
I know, guy.
followed by 1.089 for Chad in the counterclockwise rotations.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get up. Sorry.
You didn't have to turn it down, Brian.
Turn down for what?
Oh, for the car going around.
Here we go again with that.
All right.
We have to stop that because last time Claire said, "Stop it, I'm singing it now." So 1.128 for Chad on the first rotation clockwise. And here he comes getting the checkered from Mark Hopkins. And a 1.098.
Pushing at the end.
A little bit. Now we see what DJ does in the GT4. We don't want to get a copyright strike.
Yeah, I can stop very soon.
Stop before 10 seconds.
There you go.
Anybody can do the drum line.
Yeah, exactly. How do you know it's not my fingers on the table?
Because now I know it's not.
Hey, Claire, by the way.
Turn down for what?
1.095 for DJ's first lap. A 1.115 second time around.
You know, the cars at the pointy end of the field not performing as we would have thought on the, you know.
They have no tires left.
Well, that's their problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully they'll have even less left when we get to the next segment of this. And the thing that bookends this event, you get to show off and drift around. You know, drivers sometimes celebrate with champagne being popped. We celebrate by tires being popped.
1.101 for DJ's first lap and a 1.114 for lap number 2.
Not bad, consistent up there. But I want to see the battle for first place. And you know what I don't see here? I don't see the Goodyear car up front right now. And I don't see the Tesla up front right now.
No,
And I suspect I know why.
the Tesla's hooked up to the charger.
The Tesla is charging and the Goodyear car is warming.
Warming.
Yes. So, I mean, you talk about taking something seriously.
Yep.
5 points is all that separates these two. And we have, you know, a classic layout, a classic car, a Porsche 911, high performance vehicle, versus what some argue is the future, what some argue is a technological innovation.
The Monterey went in the counterclockwise, a 1.134 followed by a 1.153.
Yeah. And those are on those heavier front wheels, obviously, because these carbon wheels have decided to depart this realm.
They go.
Indiana said, rims to the shadow realm. Lap 1, 1.126. Fell off to a 1.095.
Now Cody's got the song in his head.
Rob's up.
Rob Bowen, you heard him and his co-driver Daryl. He's looking for a new co-driver for next year. And here we go. Obviously, the Parts Farm Porsche. He's going to do his darndest.
So 1.060 for Rob on his first rotation. Follow that up with a 1.118. Nice pickup
Not
there.
bad, yep. I'll see his teammate in here for this one. So I guess we've got rotation without quotation.
Maybe you shove the teammate in the engine bay a little bit more.
Right. A little more ballast on it. There we go. Clockwise. Got 1.099. Followed by.
Not bad. He picked up on the second lap last time. Let's see if he can do the same here.
Followed by a 1.134. Very consistent. Well done. Thank you, Parts Farm. We're going to hand out those trophies that you were kind enough to make sure we have there.
And here comes the Cunning Stunts Supra.
Gotta be careful with that one.
That's why I say it slow, to make sure I don't mess up.
What was that Aerosmith album when they're like by the mine shaft called? Night in the Ruts.
Wow, 1.212.
That's getting close to our record from last year.
Yes, it is.
It's within a shout. Let's see if they can do it. But that break right there may have heard 1.246.
1.246.
That is the
Wow.
new high water mark. It beats last year's. So well done. Let's see what they can do
He
here.
definitely goosed it right at the end because he
That's-
actually lost it at the line.
That's fine.
That's a
That's
good
what you're supposed to do,
strategy.
yeah.
I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah, well, we were telling you. If you had your phone in the car, you
Your
would
car
have
owner wouldn't let you push today.
heard.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're the car owner.
No, the car was pushing.
He did that all on its own. So we have a new record here for this year.
1.192.
Yep.
See how he sets it up for the finish here?
Slowed the way down.
Off the pace.
I wonder what happened there.
Something
I don't
right
hear the
here.
motor. I don't hear motor. I don't know what happened there. He may
Is
be
there
in
something
limbo.
dragging?
There, it looks like there is. They're looking at the vehicle right now. It's running. It's on power, but okay, you may be right. You may.
Charge tube or something on.
Yep. 1.184, but we had a number, but you know what, Brian? That was only one rotation. That wasn't the complete. So while he had the highest one rotation, I don't think that's going to be enough to get him overall.
1.189 on Brownie's second lap.
Yep.
Here we go with the clockwise rotations. He's like, you can see that he's doing a lot of left foot braking there.
Yep.
1.176. Just giving a little tappy, tappy, tap to the
Yep.
brake.
How about 1.187?
1.187.
Nice and consistent. Okay, here we go. That Grand Sport now, the Smoko Corvette.
We're just here for the autocross team.
Yep.
Brian Peters and John Hogan, I believe.
Sure, why not? Let's go with that. Tom O'Gorman or Shalil? Probably Tom though. 244.
Heyo!
There we go.
A lot of downforce on that car.
There is a whole lot, but the wind might not be helping him a little bit right now if he's running that much.
1.212.
Okay, we may have the highest for today so far overall. Let's see how he does in the opposite direction, if he can keep up that consistency.
If he can keep it up in the high 1.1s or low 1.2s, he
Yep.
will be
Number one
pretty
so
much
far.
top of the charts.
Yep. Around to complete the first of the clockwise rotations. He pulls a
Wow.
1.228. Okay, keep it up, keep it up. 1.227. That is consistency that we can enjoy. I think we have the top of our sheet so far, but we still have 3 to go, right?
Yes.
Because the Tesla is not here. They are out. They had a catastrophic yesterday.
No, the Lotus had a catastrophe.
Believe.
And the Tesla is rolling now. It just unplugged.
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. All week long, the build-up comes down to this. After Tomo doing a respectable 1.152, or Shalil, still think it's Tomo. We'll verify that in a moment when he comes by. 4.43. All right. That's Tomo. Trying to be as aggressive as he can with those sidewalls to try and get some heat into him so he can lean on them and make it stick. Tesla making its way silently down. Stopping at the staging area.
So we've almost got like a pre-stage war going on between Tesla and
To
Goodyear.
see who's going to come out last.
Yep, and
Oh,
there-
out of the
there
tire
is the
blankets,
Goodyear.
here's the Goodyear. He had to come up the stage, or else otherwise might be an unfair advantage if he goes and just rolls right on through.
So
So,
1.125.
yep. 2.2 and a 2.5 for Tomo. Not bad at all. But here we go. This is what we've been waiting for, boys and girls, cats, kittens, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We've got the Tesla Plaid, the Team PGR coming around for the first of his counterclockwise rotations, taking the green flag to get him started. Around and around he goes.
Remember his lessons.
I'm not sure, but right now we'll find out. I don't see any brake lights going on, so it doesn't look like a 1.028, not what he's looking for. I really don't think. Again, just letting the car roll and push. 1.089, not enough.
Not going to get it done today.
Because I know that next we're going to have that Goodyear car coming around and going to be pushing really hard. And Brian, behind you, I think we can say happy birthday to somebody.
Happy birthday!
There we go. And the Tesla now coming around for the clockwise rotations.
So join us now in the broadcast booth.
Is Loring. Yep. 1.028. Still not enough.
For the autocross.
Still not enough. We'll get to that in a minute, Brian. We got the last 2 cars up here. We'll talk about Will in a moment. God almighty, these kids these days. 1.060. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's see where we go. All right, all right. The last car, the finale, here at the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine. Coverage brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver in the Valente Group. We are finishing off the last car, the last run here. First lap, 1.105. He's got the edge right now. I think he's going to hold the lead. He's got 3 to go. 2 to go now, and he comes through with a... Was that 1.105s?
I think so.
That was damn consistent then. In that case, all he's got to do is greater than a 1.1 here, and he's got it in the bag. Yeah, he's pushing. 1.111. I think that is going to be ball game. Let's see how he finishes off to take the final checkered flag for this year's event. Coming through is a 1.089. I think that's going to be good enough. And I think we have our new overall winner of the Tire Rack One Lap of America. And that is going to be the Goodyear team driven by Dave Ogburn and Nick Galata.
Got a lot of Galata.
That was a lot of Galata. Quick, Nick and Dave made it happen this week. We'll get the final results, but now hang with us because as cars are going to get themselves ready and maybe reorient their drivetrains, we're going to see some good show here. And with us,
So I just
Go ahead.
asked Will about the track record here, and he
Yeah.
said he wasn't sure, but he goes, we were probably pushing up to it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the 228 up there.
Yeah.
Was there better than that?
I think it was a
That was a Grand Sport.
Yeah.
He did a 227 and then a 228, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's very fast. I mean, it used to be rare to have cars over 1G.
Exactly.
And
And now we were seeing the cars lower down in the field hitting
Yeah.
just about 1G or at 1G
Or
by the
more,
time you
yeah.
got to midfield.
yeah. I mean, I remember last year we had maybe a dozen cars that beat the previous track record last year.
Yep.
It was a
Yep.
big year.
Yep.
The tires have come a long way.
Tires have, suspensions have, the
Yep.
cars have, the drivers have, and
Absolutely.
and that's what I think what my hypothesis was when it came to why we saw so much degradation and so many cars, churning through the tires. We had to institute
Yeah.
the brownfield rule where we had to kick out a few individuals because they were corded.
Oh man, that stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's we're pushing the limits of the technology all the way around. So
absolutely.
it's, I mean, it seemed like earlier on there were issues with tire wear, and then that kind of went away over the years. And,
Yep.
And now we're right back
Well,
there. But the cars are very
I wonder if
fast.
it's those peaks and valleys and those deltas that you see, as the cars catch up to exploit the full performance advantages of the tires,
Right.
then it's going to cause, reason for the tire manufacturers to now up the game further and,
Right,
and figure out
right.
ways to make them last now, especially with the Tesla.
Yeah.
Vehicles that are producing so much torque
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're literally ripping the tires apart as they're trying to accelerate out of a corner.
Yeah, no kidding.
So let's see who's going to be first up to the line. As people are figuring out, well, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Let's all do it. Let's do it backwards.
So I don't think we'll see our top three for a little while because they've got to get the top three together and take the
That's
photo.
true. Yep.
So I think we know the first two cars that
Yep.
are going to be.
I think
standing.
that's safe to say.
And so we're just waiting to get verification on the finisher in the top three, the third overall finisher.
Yep. And I'm waiting I want to see who wound up in 7th place because we had 2 cars occupying that spot this morning.
Yes, we did.
You had a tie for something?
We did.
Nice.
Yep. The competition has been tight this year. And I don't see anybody coming out yet. I mean, is this I can't imagine we don't have any hooligans in this crowd.
Well, I think Mark is trying to get his car set into drift mode.
That could be. I know he did want to come out with Randy, who was going to be teaching him how to do some drifty drift. So always time to learn something new.
That's right. You gotta throw out all those rules for driving smooth and
Exactly.
you know,
It's
when
just-
you want to.
Here we go. Well, I see Randy coming out in his Camaro. So that may be where he's getting started with it. Let's see. Is Mark in the passenger seat or is that Jason? I think Mark's in the passenger seat. He may be showing him in the Camaro for his car. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, come join us for the Skid Pad Smokeout as we celebrate the conclusion of our 40th year of doing this, the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America. Presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with all the coverage this year, brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. With some great help from Eric Call with HP DRE and Verizon with that MiFi. I hear Randy revving it up a little bit. Getting a photo taken.
From somebody in there.
Yeah. You know, I had to give Randy. Oh, I see Mark pulling out. So he's setting up. Looks like behind Randy. And we're going to try and have some fun. So let's enjoy the show. I may actually go out for this one. So this way we can call the action as we're moving around. And do a little more of a dynamic shot. Because we always enjoy this, right? Okay. Let's get camera here. So, over in the distance there, you have Randy Popes getting that car ready. It is a wait, but it is always worthwhile.
So I was looking at the overall standings.
Yep.
And coming into this event, Tomo and Shalil had an 85-point advantage over. We're just here for the autocross in the Grand Sport.
Yep.
But with the Grand Sport, most likely first finish.
Yep.
And if Tomo and Shalil were a little bit down, that could close that gap up. And I don't know if it's enough to take over third, but we'll just have to wait for the overall results to.
Definitely
see.
narrow the gap, though.
Yes.
All right. Tires aren't going to get any grippier. Let's go, guys. I'm not sure what they're waiting on. All right, Woody looks like giving him the all clear. There we go.
There we go.
So they just need enough tire left to get back to Elk Park Lake. So.
That's an easy drive.
Yep.
All right. There you go, a little smoke. Oh, but he loops it. Oh, Randy. All week long he's been trying to get that car to stick, and now it's sticking. Hey, there we go. Randy putting on a little show and calling it a conclusion for his event. There we go. Well done. Okay, I seem to see a Fields Cardinal Coupe over here. I don't know, I think the Tundra might have been able to do a pretty good job too. All right. There he goes, spinning those wheels and the turbos. I think he's confused. This is a drift competition.
Yes, it is. Not the dry skid pad.
This is
It looks like the rear end just does not want to step out and cooperate.
what is?
That looks like Rob at the helm.
It does. Maybe they should have changed. Rob could have done the dry skid pad, and they could do the drifting.
Yep,
That's air. Okay. Well, not quite what we were looking for. We've already called the action on the dry skid pad, so better luck next time. We've got potentially one more car coming up, it looks like. Maybe two. I see Tom over there in the Porsche.
Yeah, I thought I just saw Amos starting to roll up.
Okay. Well, I see the Michelin CTSV, so maybe we'll have some good shows coming up. Woo. I think somebody just hopped in the car, the Fields car. Again, so I don't know if they're gonna try a rerun here. So you know what this tells you? When you see all those car commercials with all these cars drifting around and, you know, everybody feels like, oh, I should be able to do that. This is legitimately how much time it takes to set up to make sure that it can actually happen, right? So if you...
And have Randy Popes driving every one of your commercials.
that's a thing too, right?
Harder than it looks.
Randy will gladly take 20% of all the gigs you get from our plugs. Thank you. Now, here we go. We've got, looks like Tomo and Shaleo. We got the Fields coupe again, and I see Mark just kind of hanging around there waiting. I wonder if he's waiting for Randy. Let's see. Womp, womp, womp. What was that? You did the dry skid pad already.
Yeah, I think that was faster than my actual
I
run,
think it
too.
was too.
The first thing Scott said, he's
Dear
like,
God.
wide-eyed. He's like, that was fast. Well, that's not how you told me to do it.
We got Amos going out in his vintage Porsche 911.
Tundra? See? There you go.
Solomon's still politicking to try to get the Tundra out.
There we go. He's trying, but I don't think he's got to get more of a flick going on that car if he wants it to step out. Driving around in circles isn't going to do it. Progressively faster is just going to net him getting pushed out to the curb.
He's trying to do the equations in his head. To get
This
Carter
is
Blake
not,
race,
this is,
but he's not mathing that quick this morning.
these kids, do they not know what drifting is?
Did you not watch Initial D in the 90s? Come on, Amos.
This is, I think we should deduct 10 points for this. This is terrible.
I'm going to take a nap. Wake me
I
up
know,
one second.
wake me up when something happens here. What gives? This is not the drift we are looking for. That's just turning around. That's landscaping. That's, I don't know what this is. This is hitting bump stops. I don't know. This is...
Oh, he spit the cone out.
Boo! No. No, 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 no. That is not what this is. All right. If you get the Tundra started, Steve, if you get the Tundra started and turn the traction off fully for me, we'll go around and we'll show them how it's done with the tailgate. All right, let's see. I think we should be able to see something here.
We would hope.
There you go.
That is a proper tidy drift.
He's a tiny drifter.
I would have gone with private drifter by Tina Turner.
Not bad, but not his best performance. All right, we're gonna give the fields a second chance here. It looks like.
A little personnel change.
Yep.
We put the first driver on waivers.
Yep.
He gets sent back down to A-ball.
Oh, lock it up. I mean.
It just does not want to break loose.
Let's kick it. Let's kick it. Come on, Scott.
And the judges score.
It looks like Randy going for another try here. This is the slowest beginning to a drift I think I've ever seen.
Well, I wonder if we actually have someone in the car with.
Oh, this
Randy
might be Mark.
instructing.
This might be Mark. You're right. He's sending it. This might be Mark, actually. I can't help but wonder. Whoever it is doing a fine job right now. No, that is not Mark. I'm not sure who that is.
That almost looked like Andy Hollis.
It did look like Andy Hollis, didn't it? But that's okay. Andy getting into the spirit here.
Because the only way that Andy could drift the CRX would be
In reverse.
lunchroom trays underneath the back
Exactly.
tires.
Yeah. All right.
So you just got a thumbs up from Mr. Byington.
Okay.
So
Well, let's get the truck ready here. If you want to hold this for a minute, we'll see.
So it looks like our next contestant on the drift is right is the Toyota PE Motorsports GT86. And the wind continues to pick up here. Now, can we just break it loose? Up, it wanted to. It just does not want to break loose.
Well, Solomon in 2017, as he gets ready to pull out in Cappy, in 2017 we took the Roush Nightmare that we had and tried to get it to drift, and even Solomon or Mike Renner from the BMW Performance Driving School could not get it to work. It pushed like a pig the entire time, and they could just never get the rear of that truck to break loose. But we're gonna give it a shot with the Toyota Tundra Capstone. And it just does not want to cooperate today. Lots of tire smoke, but a little bit of tire noise, but that's about it. Wah, wah. Judges say thumbs down. Mark Matthijs, a name so good, you got to say it twice. Going out in the M4. He went out of the circle across the grass there, but he's got it back in. I'm going to give it another shot. He's going to give it a shot the other direction. He went roundy round there. Tore up a little grass. Hopefully didn't pop a sprinkler head for the wet skid pad. And I think he may be bringing it in after that. Indeed he is. We got the 8.6 going out again to give it another shot. Rear end still not wanting to let go on that car. Oh, no, this one.
All right. Well, we gave it our best effort in the Tundra. They turned off as much as they could. There's a lot of natties built into that thing. So if you noticed, we did a whole bunch of understeering, and normally I'd counter that by left foot braking to build a boost up on the power so this way I could kick it out. But as soon as you touch the brake pedal, it cuts the power to the car. And it gives you a little warning. Both pedals depressed, which left me depressed. But hopefully there was a little bit of smoke.
There was a little bit of smoke. There was actually more smoke with the Tundra than our 2017 Roush Nightmare.
There you go. Oh, no, party foul. You got to come out cleanly.
Oh.
There are.
Did he get stuck? Is the 8.6? Nope.
No, just had to restart it. I'm going to go see what happened to Mr. Matthijs and see if he wants me to go give him some fun.
Randy Popes is just giving joy rides now. Randy heading out on the skid pad once again. Randy showing the spectators here at the tire rack how it is done. Amos going out again. Porsche just not wanting to cooperate. So we're looking to see who is going to go out next and give it another shot. Just a reminder, those of you who've been bidding on items for the auction, as soon as the burnouts are over, that will be the end of the online portion of the auction. I'll try to get this tripod here a little situated better. We've got the HOD Mahogany Ridge Motors M4 coming out again. See Mark in the passenger seat. Don't know if it's Solomon or possibly Randy Popes behind the wheel, but we will find out here directly. Mark is definitely going to need a new set of Michelin PS4s before transiting back to Watkins Glen. So here we go. And that is Rowdy Randy Popes behind the wheel of the M4 Comp. Putting all that power down. So I think it'd be safe to say that today's MVP of the Smokeout will be Randy Popes, doing it in a couple of different vehicles. It looks like the Fields is going to go out one more time. I've got a feeling that might be Solomon behind the wheel this time, because he has been wanting to get behind the wheel of the Cardinal Coupe all week. Wah, wah.
I think I might have to go help him start it.
Go. So Rob running out to help Solomon get the Cardinal Coupe refired. All right, Rob's going to have to pull the pull starter for the Cardinal.
just did was pretty good. This parent did pretty decent. Other than that, they weren't really trying to switch on there. So, there's a couple things not doing the Edgeo.
I think Rob may have. Yep. So he got the car started back for Solomon.
Dude, that thing's radical.
The car just does not want to break loose.
Six of them. Hard to control. Four-wheel drive. Acts like it. Yeah. That thing is nasty. Get them to break loose, but they won't. Sits nice and low, too.
The last 2 years I've come here, it's been shitty and cold. Well, this morning I was like, oh my god, sunshine.
It's gotta be a tough thing to say like this. Yeah, boy, Brian out there.
So we got another one of the cars that we just can't get to break loose going out one more time. The PE Motorsports 8.6.
Both sides, he was trying to do this little down there. Well, when he was doing just this little down there, he was actually doing really good. Yeah.
You don't have enough power. It's the track car. Watch it. Break it.
It's easier to drift the 350, but to get technical, which is what you need for this track,
Big one.
so right before I was
Oh, grass.
Oh, we almost had it that time.
I just saw an article. 14 shots were fired on Wall Street in South Mishawaka.
Exactly.
You know, the fifth mile from here or whatever. And like a bunch of the house and some cars and shit. And the police won't tell what kind of gun. I was like, oh, it's either sitting here or food.
A lot of gunfire right there.
So the M4 going out one more time.
I couldn't hear like the echo from like a single shot.
Not sure who's behind the wheel this go around.
So is that got a turbo on it or what? Uh-oh. Oh, he's getting down. He's getting down on that fucker. Look at that. Nice. Oh, he's got the line now. Dude, he gets down. How many ponies do you think that is? That's a good one.
Randy Popes once again in the Mahogany Ridge Motors HOD Northeast M4.
That's a newer one. I tell her to grow. You did down pretty good. Nice. Oh, yeah. They waiting for a response or what? I don't like to do it. You turn the grill sideways. Something different. After a while, you also look alike. They started down big, and then got small, and then big.
So now it's like we're going to have the Michelin Cadillac CTS-V.
Oh, that's like the black one. Is that sixer? Sixer? No, that's an eighter. I'd take a black one. That one? You got a sixer? The twin turbo. Last year for the Ooh. Sounds fun. I do shit. Walk over there and see what we got.
And nobody else is lined up, so that may actually be the end of the Drifties and the Smoke Show. Or Ed may be giving rides. I think I see one of the Tire Racks social media people getting ready to climb in. So we'll stand by here for a minute and see. But Randy Popes has shown out in multiple vehicles today, as Randy is very capable of doing. But no, looks like they're going back towards the paddock. So with that, that concludes our coverage this morning of the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America presented by Grassroots Motorsports Magazine. Media coverage this week from Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. And special thanks to Eric Call from HPDRE and Verizon for that great MiFi we've had this week that has kept us connected. In just a little while, probably an hour or so, we'll have the awards banquet live from the Tire Rack. So if you're subscribed, click that notification bell. It'll show you whenever we go live. Oh, the Cadillac is going out. So while we're finishing here, we'll show you the Caddy going out. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Let you know whenever we have a new video up or we have gone live. Like, tag, share, follow. And we appreciate everybody that's tuned in all week.
I finally got to drive the fields.
Yep, I saw. And I was just doing the outro when they went out, so
Well, we have to start getting ready for the banquet anyhow. We got to charge our stuff so we can bring you that stuff. It's been a week. We've had anticipation, we've had excitement, we've had dejection, we've had comedy, we've had just an amazing time. All the ranges of emotions and everything you could possibly want in 1 week. It's been our pleasure to bring you the footage and the coverage throughout this year. It's our 40th anniversary. It's over. So the only thing left to do is to register for next year as soon as that goes live. Come on out and enjoy the fun, and look for any other announcements throughout the year because there's going to be plenty of them. For the final time for the track events, I'm Solomon, that's Brian, and this has been the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America 40th anniversary celebration. This has been brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. And the coverage being helped by Eric Hall, Verizon, and HPDRE with this awesome MiFi, which is rather warm right now, and it's probably because we've been using it so much today. But thank you again very much, and to everybody who's made this possible, the staff, the corner workers, the concessions, everybody. It takes a whole army to make this happen, and by and large, they've done this flawlessly, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate it. We're looking forward for next year for 41 years of one lapping. Come join us, have the best time with the best people and the best friends you just haven't met yet. Thanks so much. See you at the North.